Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Joel's Books Review channel. My name is Joel and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite book of all time. And I just read it like last week. I finished it last week or something. It is The Shining by Stephen King. This is I think my third book of Stephen King. First one was Holly, and then The Outsider, and then Duma-Key, and then the fourth book. This is the fourth book of Stephen King. And if I tell you this is his best book, one of his best book, then I'm not lying. I'm not going to be lying. This book is one of the best books. This has been made into a movie in 1980, The Shining, starring, I think, Jack Nicholson. I've forgotten his name, but it's Nicholson. And yeah, so who is in this book and what is in this book? Okay, so the book starts off with Jack Torrance getting interviewed by a manager of the hotel named Stuart Ullman. He's getting interviewed for a caretaking job in the Overlook Hotel. The Overlook Hotel is the Stanley Hotel, you guys might know. It's a very popular hotel in the US. It's I think in Colorado, that side. So yeah, Jack has he needs a job right now for his family, right? And it's at the winter time, so no one would be taking the job, so he would take it. Jack has a wife named Wendy and a son called Danny, who he calls Doc a lot. A bit of backstory of this: Jack accidentally broke Danny's arm when Danny was a little younger because of he was very stressful. And Jack is a drinker, a heavy drinker, but he has been sober for the past 14 months. But things are still bad, right? Danny has a lot of reminiscence. So what was Jack's job before getting fired? He was a teacher. I think he got fired because he broke a student's arm. And so, yeah, the board directors decided to get rid of him. So Jack at the end got the job. He bring his family to the Overlook Hotel, but not before some strange experiences by Danny, his son. So Danny has been getting some weird premonitions around the time of when the meeting was happening. He has an imaginary friend named Tony who only can be seen by himself, obviously, and so Tony keeps giving him some insights on what's going to happen in the future, what happened, some things that they cannot explain is being happened because of Tony. So let's keep that in mind, shall we, when we move on to the book. So they meet with, upon reaching the Overlook Hotel, they meet with some people. Obviously, the aforementioned the manager of the hotel, Stuart Ullman, one of the electrician, Watson, and Dick Hallorann. He's going to play a very big part in this book. No worries. So they gave a tour around the hotel. It was mostly Stuart Ullman giving the tour. A lot of people are leaving because it's the winter and no one wants to stay in the Overlook when the winter starts because it's going to be like 10 feet high, the snow, so obviously no one. But Jack is crazy enough, obviously Jack. So why does Jack want this job? He's writing a play. He wants to finish this play by the end of the year. So what's better than staying alone in the isolated hotel? There's a lot of things better than that, actually. So Jack gets some backstory about the previous caretaker of this Overlook Hotel, Delbert Grady. I cannot explain what happened in the book because it's very, 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 very terrible. But if you've seen the movie, you know what happened. It's he was staying in the hotel with his wife and his two daughters, and then one day you guys know what happened next. You guys don't. I don't have to tell you. And then he obviously, yeah, so this worries Jack a little bit, obviously. Who wouldn't be worried? He's a caretaker with his family, so yeah. And then he gets more vision. More and more vision than the one when he was before the hotel, going to the hotel. He gets some vision about his father going crazy, his father talking to some strangers. The hotel's mostly back history, right? The very deep backstory that the hotel doesn't want to tell. If they tell it, no one will be coming to this hotel anymore. So yeah. So why is Danny so special in this book? Because Danny has what you call the shine. You can read people's mind, basically. Like Dick Hallorann. Dick Hallorann also has it. They communicate each other. And that's how Dick Hallorann plays a big role in this book, actually. Because when they get into trouble, Dick Hallorann, who he asked Danny to call Dick, to call for help. And so, yeah, Danny also began acting strange and seeing strange behavior from his father and he becomes acting strange as well. Some of the times he will pass out and then appear in a more completely different place, drenched in sweat. The father will be the same, because there's a lot of things weird in this hotel, and it is not what you would want to see in the hotel you're staying at for the night. And so, yeah, Jack wants to murder his family. It's not Jack, basically, it's the hotel trying to convince him to murder his family, which is obviously not a good thing, because his kids are just, his son is like 7, and his wife Wendy is also kind of innocent. So yeah, things happen. He began talking to the previous caretaker, the aforementioned Delbert Grady, and Delbert Grady he actually tried to ask Delbert Grady what happened, but Delbert Grady didn't know, because obviously he doesn't know. The most famous word in this book is red rum. You guys can decipher that. It's nice. So yeah, that is all for today's book review. It's a very interesting good book. I rate it a 10 out of 10, easily a 10 out of 10. This beat The Edge. If you guys don't know, The Edge is their number one on my top 10 book list of all time. So this is the newest one. It changes everything. Changes my entire mind of books now, because this is a very horror, scary book. And that's all for today. See you guys next time. Peace out.